Hey people, it's Coach Miller Lifetime. Going back today to old school introduction to Abraham. Going back to the basics. So this audio was recorded 30 plus years ago. It's called the Introduction to Abraham, and it breaks down the laws, because what I'm understanding, what I'm remembering, is to understand the vortex, to understand about my tuning myself. First, I must understand law of attraction. Then until I understand law of attraction, none of Abraham's following message is going to be of any value. So what do you say? I choose to understand law of attraction, and that is why I am here today. So thank you for joining me. All right, I wrote it down. The Introduction to Abraham. The track is called The Powerful Law of Attraction. They said it is the most powerful law in the universe, and an understanding of that is essential before an understanding of anything else that we are offering will be of value. Law of attraction is the most powerful law in the universe. Law of attraction says, that which is like unto itself is drawn. Birds of a feather flock together. The one who speaks most of illness has it. The one who speaks most of prosperity has it. Law of attraction is evident everywhere around you if you are understanding what it is. I love this next part. You are a magnet, okay? You are a magnet. Come on, that's pretty freaking cool. I'm a magnet? I knew it. I knew something was going on. I always knew it. You're a magnet, attracting unto you that which you're thinking and feeling, okay? So now what's my magnet attracting? What I'm thinking and feeling. I drew a little tuner here. See my little tuner? Tuning, right? Let's tune over to thinking and feeling happiness. Why? We covered that on the last show. If you feel fat, you cannot attract thin. This is very helpful to know and explains a lot, right? It says, law of attraction is evident everywhere around you if you're understanding what it is. And if I look at my life honestly, and I can look around at the lives of others, and you can see it working in their lives. You can see it working. That if you feel fat, you cannot attract thin. If you feel poor, you cannot attract wealth. It defies law. And so on, they said, and so on, right? We could put any category in there. If you feel unhealthy, you cannot attract health. We have to feel the essence of that which we choose before we can attract it. It defies law. When you come to understand that you are a magnet attracting unto you, then and only then will it make sense to you to pay attention to how you feel and what you are thinking. Okay. This seems pretty important, right? Why pay attention to what I'm thinking, right? But doesn't matter any freaking way, right? Ever feel that way? Oh, I have felt that way. You know why? Because I didn't understand law of attraction. If I understand law of attraction, then I'll know I'm a magnet. My magnet, right? And once I understand I'm a magnet attracting what I'm thinking and feeling, then and only then will it make sense to me to pay attention to what am I thinking? What am I pondering? What am I observing? We covered on the last call. Abraham said, Abraham said, if you're like most people, then you're offing most of your vibration. You're tuning your tuner mostly by what you're observing. So what I'm observing, right? If I observe something, now I'm thinking about it. My attention is on it. And now that's what my magnet is attracting. So understanding that I'm a magnet, attracting to me that which I'm thinking and feeling, will be the precursor and the only way that I'm going to decide to think about what I'm thinking. Pay attention to the way I'm thinking. Pay attention to how I'm feeling, and that's going to let me know what I'm thinking. When we say to you that you're the creator of your experience and that you attract to you through your thought and through your word, which is an extension of your thought, and through your action, which is an extension also of your thought, what we are saying is literally you are creating your own experience. And the biggest flack back that we get from people on this, Abraham says, is they say, but Abraham, I would not have done this unto myself. Okay, I would not have done this unto me. So no, I'm not the creator of my reality because I wouldn't have done that. And Abraham says, we know that you don't do it on purpose, but there is creation by default. which is putting law of attraction to work by summoning or soliciting or inviting into your experience that which you do not want, not understanding the rules of the game, so to say. Well, I choose to understand the rules of the game, the laws of the universe. Thus, Coach Miller Lifetime. Without exception, pretty powerful words. Without exception. No exception here. That which you give thought to is that which you begin to invite into your experience. When you think a thought of something you want, by law of attraction, it grows larger and larger and larger and larger and more powerful. The more I think of it, the larger it grows, the snowball effect. I drew this on my paper here. This is my version of the snowball effect. The larger it grows, 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 the more powerful. The more power unto it. The larger it grows, the more power it draws onto it, the more certain you are to receive it. Not every subtle little thought will manifest instantly, but that is because of the buffer of time. The good old buffer of time, we'll be getting into that here. It does mean that it is setting forth a probability. And if you stay focused upon it long enough, it absolutely, under all conditions, will be yours. And I just love that when I remember it. And that's why it's Coach Miller Lifetime, because I choose to remember this. What? If you stay focused on something long enough, the more we focus upon it, the more power it draws onto it. The more power it draws onto it, the larger it grows, the more power it draws onto it. The more power it draws onto it, the larger it grows, the more power it draws onto it. And the more certain I am to receive it. And if I stay focused upon it long enough, it absolutely, under all conditions, will be mine. These laws are, even if you do not understand that they are, and they affect your experience even in your ignorance of them. Oh, funny, right? Makes sense. I mean, isn't that how it goes here? It's not like we have to know about gravity to have it affect our lives every single freaking day. I'm being held down. Here I am. I go have an inversion table to go upside down to work with gravity to pull myself the other way. It's affecting my life every day, whether I know about it or not. It makes sense. There's higher laws that are the same. So this understanding of law of attraction, it's affecting my experience even if I don't know about it. So what I'm choosing here is to know about it, to understand law of attraction. So I'll know when I understand law of attraction when I start to pay attention to how I'm feeling, right? Because the way I'm thinking, my feeling is the response that I'm getting remember in the last show we talked about the tuning and we have source energy, right? Always standing in my prosperity, right? It's always there. And then if I'm over here and there isn't enough, right? That my thought is causing a emotion, that pit in my stomach. That's my alert to retrain myself. This is going to take practice, but I really don't know anything that's more worthwhile than this skill right here. That will be my alert to be like, all right, Mary, Coach Miller Light. Hello, wonderful girl. What's happening right now is you're focused on the lack of your desire and your inner being is radiating your prosperity. And you're right now causing a disparity in the line. You're causing tension in the line. You're causing friction in the line because I'm over here on there isn't enough and my inner being is saying there most certainly is. You are infinite prosperity. It's who you freaking are. There's so much. So when I'm on the negative thought, that's my cue to run a play. One of my favorite plays to run in those times is pivoting, where I say to myself, okay, I'm feeling negative emotion. That's my cue that I'm doing that thing I do when I'm not allowing the wellness that would be naturally mine to flow. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, all right, negative emotion means I know what I do not choose. This thing I'm currently thinking about. What is it that I do choose? I do choose the opposite. I do choose to know my prosperity. I do choose to know there is enough time. I do choose to know that everything is always worked out. Whatever it is, just switch myself. It's called pivoting. And if you do it well enough, you might even hear a little. All right, people. Till next time. Coach Miller Lifetime. Stay tuned.